It began with a mistake on a map. Ella had found the scrap of parchment tucked inside a second-hand atlas. The continent drawn there did not exist. The lines curved like questions, rivers ending in spirals, mountains shaped like eyelids, coastlines like fingerprints. At the bottom, scrawled in a delicate hand, "To read this, you must enter the mind that drew it." She blinked. The map shimmered. And she fell in. It wasn't a place. Not really. It was thought given form. She landed in a forest made of veins and light. The trees pulsed gently as if breathing. The ground beneath her shifted with the rhythm of memory, soft one moment, solid the next. She stood, her body weightless but aware. A sign hung from a thread of air. "Welcome to the mind of the cartographer." There were no roads. Only potential paths. She stepped forward. The first area was the province of beginnings. Here, maps were made of childhood memories. One was drawn in crayon, another in chalk. There was a hill labeled "The Day I Learned to Swim," and a river called Almost Drowning but Not. Ella wandered past landmarks with strange names. The Orchard of Almost, the Cracked Bicycle Trail, the Hill of Questions Not Asked. She touched a tree with leaves shaped like old journal entries. One fluttered down and landed in her hand. It read, "She was afraid of heights until she flew." She kept walking. In the Valley of Choices, the paths split endlessly. Some were well-trodden. Some were overgrown. Some curved back on themselves. She stepped onto one marked, "What if I had stayed?" The path took her through a city made of old lovers and missed opportunities. Each street lamp flickered with a name. She paused before a cafe door that bore a single line. "You almost said it." She walked on. At the Lake of Echoes, her reflection did not match her face. It shifted between every version of herself she'd imagined. Author, mother, wanderer, vanisher, the one who never left home. She spoke aloud. "Who am I now?" The water replied in ripples. A work still in progress. Beyond the lake lay the archive of unmade maps. Drawers and drawers of parchment. Some blank. Some half-inked. Some burned at the edges. Each one was a life not lived. Ella opened one that began with her studying astronomy. The stars on the paper moved slightly, like they were breathing. Another showed her joining a ship to explore a mythic island. She smiled, closed the drawer. She entered a tunnel next, narrow, dark, filled with hum. The cartographer's spine. Every step triggered a memory that wasn't hers. A first heartbreak. A laugh that didn't stop. A room with red curtains and no windows. She emerged into a cathedral of paper. High domes, stained glass made from colored sentences. Scrolls floated in the air, unrolling themselves as she passed. One scroll read, "Every map is a confession." Another, "You cannot chart a place you refuse to feel." She climbed a staircase of ink. At the top, the observatory. A great round room with a ceiling that showed the constellations of thought. Instead of stars, words burned softly in the dark. Hope, grief, choice, surrender. She turned a brass wheel labeled Perspective. The stars shifted. The same map became a different world. She saw paths she had once thought closed begin to glow. She wept. Because she realized she had never been lost. Just unwilling to look. The cartographer appeared. Not a person, but a presence. It spoke in her own voice but older. "You've walked through memory, possibility, truth and fear. You've seen the routes you once erased. Are you ready to draw your own now?" Ella nodded. A compass appeared in her hand. No directions. Just one word in the center. Begin. She was given a blank scroll. She hesitated, then drew the first line. Not straight, not perfect, but hers. And as she did, the map lit up. It grew from her feet like roots. It reached the sky like branches. Every road she drew shimmered into being. Behind her, the maps began to fold themselves. The forest of veins quieted. The wind carried her name in a dozen dialects of possibility. She stepped back into herself. Woke with the parchment still in her hand. It was blank. But not empty. She whispered. Thank you, for showing me that the world within can be walked just as bravely as the one beyond.